Hi
Hello,
guys.
welcome back.
Welcome back to part 2. Right, my lovelies. So first of all, we're going to kick it off, as always, with the animal shaming ones.
Yeah.
So Darren will have to read them because they're a
Animal shaming?
darn sight closer.
I ran around the house screaming because a poop was stuck to my butt. My family thought I was dying. Mind you, if a poop was stuck to my butt and I was running around and it stayed on there, I might start screaming as well. And it's all right. It's all right for these humans laughing. Ha! You going like that? They haven't got fur all over their bum.
No, this is true. Well, you might do. I don't know.
And they don't clean themselves with their tongue either.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? No wonder he was screaming. That put you off.
Right.
Our next one.
I made my own doggy door. Oh yes.
Oh yeah. I mean, we look at that face. Butter wouldn't melt. And then look at that hole.
I'm straight there.
Unbelievable. And the last one of the animal shaming?
I brought a live mouse into the apartment and released it in my human's bedroom. Oh, but that went down well.
Mum's had a similar thing, hasn't she?
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, she only had it in the front room though.
Yeah, true.
And she could get underneath her bits.
Yeah.
It's like, if we wanted here, we know with trouble with losing the hamsters every now and again. And yeah, it can be a real pain in the backside. We've got a lot of stuff.
We don't lose them, it's just Mishka insists I get on the floor, and anybody that knows what mobility issues are like knows that is not actually the sort of thing you want to do. And I quite often, well, to be honest, it's a struggle getting up, so it's not something, it hurts like hell basically. Right, so now then, my review this week is of a museum of wieners. So the review is weird, but how can you not go? True. They've given it 3 stars, so it's not badly what's it did, but you'd expect more for that many penises, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, so not surprisingly, this museum has wieners of all kinds of animals. They even have a room with folklore creatures' dongs. So you want to see an elf, a troll, a ghost, or a zombie, or a cow member. I'm not sure how a cow is not actually a fictional animal, but there you go. No. This is the place to go. The gift shop isn't great. Wish they had magnets that weren't condoms. Okay, now then, just to tell you about the museum itself, the Icelandic Philological Museum contains a collection of more than 200 penises and penile parts belonging to almost all land and sea mammals that can be found in Iceland. Visitors to the museum will encounter 55 specimens belonging to 16 different kinds of whale, 1 specimen taken from a rogue polar bear, 36 specimens belonging to 7 different kinds of seal and walrus, and more than 115 specimens ranging from the 20 different kinds of land mammal, all in a total of more than 200 specimens belonging to 46 different types of mammals, including that of Homo sapiens. It does go into more detail than that, but there's only so much you'd want to know without looking into it yourself, really. But the thing is, if they've got like a large collection of, say, I don't know, sheep's todgers, surely they're not all that different.
No. Well, I don't know, they're all bulls and they're different.
Yeah, that's true. I suppose, yeah, but there's different breeds of bull, isn't there, I suppose?
There's different breeds of sheep.
There's different breeds of sheep. I didn't think of that. I mean, it'd be quite interesting, I suppose, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, how on earth could you explain to a child? They'll grow up thinking they're adequate, wouldn't they? But yeah, a shame really. Right, so now we're moving away from
Hey.
wieners and we're going on to Darren's bits, which,
Hey.
you know, it goes, it flows.
Right. What rubbish have I picked up this week? Here we go. Right. Oh yes. Woman, 37, stabs husband multiple times after finding the explicit photos of another woman that turned out to be her when she was thinner.
Oh my god.
And it shows on it, and you got the bit in the paper, and from the news headline bits. Wife reportedly stabs husband after confusion over old pics of them having sex. A Mexican woman flew into a rage and stabbed her husband when she found what she thought were snaps of him on his phone having sex with another woman who happened to be her when they were dating years ago.
What a mistake to make her. Oh dear. Not good. Oh,
Look at that.
crumbs.
Oh yeah, just a bit. He's like, kids? Me? Well, let's just say I've got one in the oven, dearie.
And there is indeed.
There is one in the oven, yeah.
I like that.
Oh yes. They've actually spelled it correctly later on in the article, but it says amphibious picture makes debut.
No?
Vindit becomes first picture in 20 years to pitch with both arms.
He means ambidextrous.
It does, and further down it does say the ambidextrous pitcher entered the game against the Boston Red Sox. But yeah, it's
Well, maybe he
amphibious.
had webbed feet or
That's
something
right,
as
yeah.
well.
The amphibious picture makes debut. But this just shows the importance of having people check your spelling and check
Read what you've written,
and
yeah.
check bits, yeah. Oh yes, 100% juice contains 27% juice.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh my gosh.
Oh yes, this one here. So I've looked it up, and there's various different reports about different bits happening with it. But it says during World War II, the Germans built fake wooden airfields with wooden aircraft, vehicles, and hangars in order to trick the Allies. The RAF, having known of the secret project for months, patiently waited for them to finish building it, and then dropped a single fake wooden bomb on it.
Oh, I love that. What's next?
Fun. But today I learned in 2018, Hasbro trademarked the smell of Play-Doh, which they described. We actually used to have some incense that smelled like Play-Doh. Which they described as a combination of a sweet, slightly musky, vanilla-like fragrance.
I
with
love the
slight
smell.
overtones of cherry and the natural smell of a salted wheat-based dough.
I do like the smell of Play-Doh, actually. I must admit.
Yeah. We've got some disability ones here.
Oh yeah, you said you
Yes.
found some.
Let's blow it up a bit because you see this here. You see in the background there's actually disabled bay there, and you see there on the side no people, disabled, and you also see stairs going down.
It's going to be bumpy and painful.
Yeah. We've also got this one.
Oh my goodness! Oh, they're supposed to do that. Oh no, you couldn't go at that gradient. That'd be awful. I'd be screaming my head off.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
Got this one here. It starts off well on a flat surface.
Yeah.
But then you've got two steps at the top.
Oh no.
We've got this one that goes to a door.
You what?
Door opens there.
So
You
how
go
are
up
you
it,
supposed to get in?
You can't get into it. There also wouldn't be enough space there to actually get a wheelchair in.
No, they wouldn't. Do you know, it does make me wonder whether these people have ever known anybody that does have a
Let's
wheelchair.
got this one here. As I say, it starts well. Again, It's even got the disabled bit on it as well, so it's from wheelchair. And there's a step and a half at the top.
Good grief.
And that is my ones.
Well, they weren't bad ones, dear, I'll give you that.
No.
Although it's shocking.
So there may not be as many this week, but I've got loads and loads next week. I've got some off-brand Halloween.
Yeah, it will be an increased video next week because quite simply we've both got
Halloween
lots.
outfits next week.
Right, so shop updates.
Yeah.
So first of all, Gem from Gem Boutique.
Yeah.
She's got the last few Halloween wreaths still left to get your paws on, and I would strongly recommend you doing so. You can use them year after year, which is what I'm going to do, to be honest.
Yeah.
Then we've got Coven, who have got a 10% discount code. I didn't look into it other than that. I meant to, but then
get your 10% discount code.
You say I was quite poorly, so it wasn't. I just haven't as much.
Fair enough.
Right, something that I forgot to do last week. I think I mentioned the fact that Sophie Lancaster festival is being
26th of
held.
November.
Yep. Another band has confirmed to be joining Sophie Fest is Everest Queen, and they've just released a new album.
All right.
Sophie Lancaster's festival is taking place this year on Saturday the 26th of November at the Bread Shed, Manchester. Bands playing on the day include Young Devils, Everest Queen, Callus, Made for Teeth, Gandalf the Green, NX Mad, Sergeant Thunderhoof, Dog Tired, and 1968, with headliners Gert rounding things off. The ticket prices are £16.75, and the link can be found in the event page below, which I will get
Which is just there.
down. Yeah, it's on there anyway. Yeah, I mean, if I could deal with crowds and get out, I think it's worthwhile. You know, I would.
Although Manchester's a long way to go.
It is a long way to go, and there's no way I'm able. Besides the fact I haven't made it down the stairs yet this year, so you know. But yeah, I mean, if you are around the Manchester area or fancy going, please do support them. And I say, if you aren't sure what Sophie Lancaster's about,
they've got bits about it on the website as well.
There's bits on the Coven website that cover it quite well, and there's also like Facebook page and things like that. But she was beaten to death basically
for being different.
So yeah.
Yep.
Right.
New commenters.
Who have we got?
We have got Erica Gregson.
Hi Erica.
Hi Erica. And Sarah White.
Hi Sarah.
Hi Sarah. And that was it. Just two.
Yes, but we have had lots of comments, questions and things.
We've got oodles of questions.
Right, so what have we got question wise then?
Right. Journey into the realm. Questions for this week. Favourite book of all time? A favourite movie of all time?
Favourite book when I was growing up was The Chronicles of Narnia. It was the set really. Now however, one of my go-to escape ones are the Harry Potter books. Another one is the Ellie Dean books, and I honestly couldn't choose between them because of different genres. I'm also a sucker for Twilight, and most importantly my House of Night books.
Yeah, so I don't really have any favourite
I don't
ones.
have one favourite. I have collections of them. But
one of them is an older one, Cabell, which was Clive Barker, which was they made a film Nightbreed out of.
Mm.
which was all right. I say not as good as the book, but yeah. Favourite movie of all time? I've got lots of different ones.
So have I.
Loads and loads of different ones.
I think surprisingly, as much I love the Harry Potter films. I love
Blues
quite a
Brothers,
lot of
something?
things actually. I love the Miss Marples especially. But I'd say if I had to pick one collection, it'd probably be Hunger Games. Actually, I absolutely adore Hunger Games. I love Twilight, but Hunger Games tends to be a go-to for me.
Yeah, so I like a lot of the Mel Brooks ones. Monty Python ones.
When I was younger, hands
Monty
down, my
Python's what we used
favourite
to-
was Goonies.
We used to watch Monty Python films a lot.
Whereas I think I've only seen it once or twice. But Darren hadn't seen Goonies until
No.
you got together with me. I mean, basically, I loved everything about Goonies. It was just, you know, treasure maps and I just
Gone in
love
60
it.
Seconds is one of my
Gone
favourite
in
ones.
60 Seconds is one of mine as well,
Yeah.
actually. That I got so intensely excited. I held my cushion with two hands. I was gripping tight. So exciting.
Right. We've also got Journey into the Realm. Then a two-part kind of related question.
Mhm.
A. Do you have a favourite movie adaptation of a book that you read before you saw the movie, before the movie was made? Movie adaptation of a book. Favourite movie adaptation of a book. Oh, I don't know. Most books that I've read. Oh, I love the Darren Shan, Vampire's Assistant books.
For me, it's Miss Marple. I mean,
But
I read them after.
no, so
But
you read before you saw the movie.
yeah.
Before it was made. But I don't. Most of the books I've read that they made movie adaptations out of were better as the books.
I read
The only one that I've never really watched was You're the Opposite Way on it. I read Pet Sematary when I was about 13, 14, I think. And I didn't want to go out. I wouldn't watch the film afterwards
no.
because the book was scary. So but you saw the film and didn't want to read the book afterwards.
Yeah, no, it would have been so psychologically disturbing.
Yeah.
I suppose Harry Potter. I read those before I saw the film.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I absolutely fell in love with the Wizarding World. I really did. No, it's not altogether popular with people now, but I'm political at the best of times, and there's no way. I mean, nothing is going to spoil my Wizarding World experience.
But yeah, so I've read the Darren Shan Vampire Assistant ones
I've read
before I saw the film. If I'd seen the film, I probably wouldn't have read the books because the books are really good and the film is okay.
Oh, another group of ones we like, of course, natural disaster films like 2012.
Yes, but
I love National Treasure.
yeah.
But not
Oh, right,
that's
yeah.
not to do. I was going back on the other one.
Yeah.
But no, going on the books. Honestly, if I'd have read Vampire Diaries before, I wouldn't have bothered watching
this
the TV.
This is the bit on here. The second one.
Yeah.
Second one, it says, do you have a movie you saw and really liked, so you decided to read the book, but didn't think the book was as good? This is
They weren't.
Vampire
They
Diaries.
weren't actually. They weren't actually.
They weren't done on them, were they?
True Blood, I didn't like much either. I didn't think much of that.
True Blood, they adapted from the books.
I didn't like that at all, actually, because for one thing,
Vampire Diaries, I believe, was created afterwards.
I watched True Blood, and then I wanted to read the books because I
Yeah.
thought you always get more detail in the
It is, it is,
books.
yeah.
But Lafayette dies really quickly in the books, and he's one of the main bits that goes throughout. I love him. He's fantastic. And I mean, with Vampire Diaries, that's just really weird. I can't see how they're anything really like the TV program.
Yeah.
But no, I can't think.
But yeah, so I'm on the second Hunger Games one at the moment.
Yeah, you think they're very good,
They're
apparently.
very good.
Yeah,
They are.
I'm looking forward to reading those, but
I'm over halfway in on the second book now, but it's most of the first half of the book's not even in the film.
It's amazing, really. I'm really looking forward to reading those, but I had to have a break away from House of Night and reading because, as I say, my eyesight had been more, and plus I had loads of crafts and that I wanted to do. But we go through spits and spats anyway. Right, so what's
and she says, okay,
really
I'm going to
good
stop
questions.
waffling. I'm enjoying watching Cwtch Corner on the big TV now, so I can concentrate on it more for the last few weeks. But each time the dogs go mad. And she did actually send another video of dogs going nuts.
I mean, it's excellent. I mean, this is why I thought I'm going to call out Maisie and see whether she stops and looks, because I'm quite curious, actually.
Right. And that's it, the questions.
Right, so what else have we got, my darling?
Fans animals.
Ah, we do
Oh,
like
yeah.
the fans animals.
It's a bit from the journey into the realm, because she had on it last time, she had woozles. And we didn't know what woozles were.
No, I did. It was a mix of two animals, a cartoon, but I didn't know what an actual
That's what
one
they call their ferrets.
was.
Woozles.
Brilliant.
And we talked about pigs, that she hadn't had pigs. Oh, yes, she forgot she had pigs. I had Wilbur for years. They're so intelligent, but my other half won't let me keep them anymore because he thinks it'll put him off bacon, like she put him off eating lamb.
Yeah, I must.
So he said we aren't risking it because he loves bacon too much. Now, I can help you on this.
Yes.
eh?
Use the Debbie method.
Use the Debbie method. Because Debbie doesn't eat ham and she doesn't eat pork. Because ham and pork come from cute, good-looking pigs. Bacon comes from ugly, suicidal pigs who want to die.
That's right. Otherwise, it wouldn't taste as good. You can't possibly tell me that something that tastes and smells that good comes from an animal that didn't want to give that up. Now, I know it's a little bit not politically correct per se, but I have different. It's like with turkeys. I'm not being funny, but if a turkey saw itself in a mirror, it would commit suicide.
Right. That's it on that one. And we've got other comments and things.
Right. So,
We've got. Oh yeah. Well, asked for extra points. What was the bit from?
oh yes,
puts the lotion in the basket.
It puts the lotion in the basket. Yeah.
Yeah. Festa, The Silence of the Lambs, and Journey into the Realm. One of my favourite films, The Silence of the Lambs. Buffalo Bill, played amazingly by Ted Levine.
It was amazing, actually. I love that film.
Says it to the woman who was later in Grey's Anatomy. Can't remember her name.
Yeah. Isabel.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
If it's the one I'm thinking of,
Don't know.
I believe it was Isabel, the one George married. And then, Karev married. More to the point.
Don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, the model.
Yeah.
I think.
Right. We've got Nicolette Baker. My sunflowers are only just finishing now. Because we were saying about the sunflowers last week. Because I said, is it a big autumn thing? And so I still have some out there going strong.
I mean, it's incredible, really, but they're so cheerful.
Yeah.
They are incredibly cheerful,
Yeah.
happy flowers.
Yeah. We were talking about speech problem, or not being able to say words properly.
Like Connolly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Gargoyle.
Don't. You're not my fault.
Journey into the round. My son used to say hamper for hamster.
It's the same thing. They both store food.
Yeah. So, we had our boy Thimble when son was just talking, and he used to call him Nimble Hamper.
Oh.
I was a child. I used to add H to words starting with an A. I used to love apples.
Oh.
See, I can't think of a word until I'm saying it. I mean, I'm Welsh, so I can say some pretty tongue-twisting words. I can't think of any at the moment. I know there's quite a few, especially if my brain is on one. Can that include the lamb fan one?
Possibly, yes. I'm not Welsh. I should, but I don't actually recall anything, because the only one of my grandparents really that held accent was my granddad Dave, who was Scottish.
Apparently not a lot of people speak Welsh over there, because sister-in-law, her mum and dad moved to Wales, and her mum learnt Welsh, didn't she? But apparently a lot of people don't speak Welsh over there, so we've heard.
Yeah, I mean, this is it.
I get told I say lush too much.
There's no such
I'm a
thing.
bit paranoid about it now. It's only because of Gavin and Stacey.
I do. I love Gavin and Stacey is brilliant, and it's so easy to watch. If you're feeling rubbishy and what have you, my go-tos are the Royal Family, or Gavin and Stacey, or Green Wing. They're my go-tos if I feel rough programs.
You could say, what's occurring?
Oh, I do love that. Problem is, as I've said before, depending on what I'm binge watching, I usually tend to start parroting, and I don't mean to, but I think it's because I don't actually get out and get social contact so much, so I sort of tend to adopt certain things. It's really easy for me to do that with Scottish because it's what I grew up with my granddad anyway.
Right, we got Laura Bollum.
Hello, Laura.
Words I recall I couldn't say when I was growing up: dressing gown, what me? Granddad.
I like that.
Spaghetti.
That's what what's it in Zoe in My House of Night thing. She couldn't say spaghetti when she was younger, and she made up a Paschetti song.
My youngest, who had speech therapy a few years back, couldn't say clock. It was missing one letter. I'll leave it to your imagination which letter. I don't think YouTube will let me type out how he pronounced it.
Why? What's wrong with lock?
Yeah, I know.
Don't know what you're talking about.
No.
It would have a place in that Wiener Museum.
And also another one from Laura. That could be a brilliant thing to show to my son. He's 20 years old and thinks he can handle his drink. He's been known to be unwell a lot after a few too many drinks. He'll never learn. Yeah, we've all been there though. In fact, it sounds like one word he couldn't say one bit he couldn't say is no thanks, I've had enough. No more drinks for me, thanks. I couldn't say the same thing either. Mind you, used to go an awful lot.
Was it my brother where one of them peed on the bonnet of a police car when?
What? No.
That wasn't.
One of my mates, Dave, did that.
Oh right, one of your mates.
He did that when they were on holiday in Mexico. He needed to pee, and he peed on the bonnet of a police car.
Why would you pee on the bonnet? I know he's tall, but he's tall.
Well, no, he just peed onto it. Yeah,
right.
He just peed onto the police car. And
he's taking the pee, isn't he?
Yeah, the bloke, they thought we were getting fined. The bloke got the money, then he realised it was a bribe. So I don't have to go in jail. Well, so I grew up in Shoreham-by-Sea, in West Sussex, and at the time there used to be 21 pubs, and we used to go round all of them. People's birthdays, we do a pub crawl. You have a pint on the first one, and 21 shots, because you go back, you do the other 20, and then you go back to another one afterwards. So we'd pint and 21 shots. We'd be all right. I can't see the bit, because nowadays you see all these drunk people in A&E and stuff. and I've not.
I would
We've
not
not drunk
drink.
that enough.
I would not have drunk enough. I would not. I would never
considering
ever.
we used to have like
have
21
drunk enough
shorts
for
and
that.
and a pint. I mean, that's a fair bit to not, not drink.
I don't know whether it's just the fact that they actually needed.
I mean, they were like a pound a pint. Sure, you were looking Jack and Coke. You were looking at £1.20 a drink then. I mean, now, Christ knows how much you're charging. I think Brighton charges about 6, 7, 8 quid for a pint now.
I don't know how they get the money to do it. Well, our nephew turned 18 this week.
He did, yes.
To which I said, how? I mean, it was so much simpler when he was a little darling. I mean, he's a big darling now, but well, he's a typical teenager, really. But he used to sit on my lap and turn on my mum's Hoover by pressing the button and laughing his head off, saying chronic. Do you know he won't let me do that anymore? But no.
Yes, I got another one from Laura. I'm a lover of Bovril and hate Marmite. I like Bovril on my toast if I've only scrambled eggs on toast. Now I only ever had, when I was growing up,
beef.
I only ever had Bovril because I never had Marmite until after I'd moved out with
I've never
Debbie.
tried Bovril, in fairness.
Because I only ever, my mum used to get Bovril in, and we used to have Bovril on sandwiches.
You used to have it in drinks, didn't you?
No, that's what a lot of people do up north.
Oh,
They have Bovril. They have Bovril as a drink. 'Cause that's what it was done as a drink, sort of bit. But yeah, it's I have it on toast. Used to have it on toast and bits.
I'll tell you what is nice, people.
It's meat extract, beef extract, whereas Marmite is yeast extract. Marmite's left over from brewing beer.
Yeah, that's right. But I tell you what is nice, and something that we do every so often, is we get some of that ready roll puff pastry.
Yeah.
Get the Sweezy Marmite doodah.
Yeah.
So
Then
you squeeze a nice amount on,
Yeah.
sprinkle cheese all over it.
Roll it back up.
Yeah. And cut it into sections, and you get Marmite and cheese pinwheels, and oh my goodness, yum. Also, Marmite with a joint of beef brings out the flavour of the beef. And if you get a slightly Marmitey roasty, oh.
Right, got another Laura one. Can't remember what the elastic game was called, but I remember chanting England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, inside out, inside on, and then you'd need to jump and land both feet on the elastic. If you succeed, it was raised for another round, but the people who didn't manage it were out.
That's right. Now I actually looked into this. Have we got anybody else?
Yeah, we've got Pink Poodle was a skipping rope game, Cat's Cradle. Cat's Cradle was the one in your hands.
Yeah, Cat's Cradle was with string in your hands.
I used to do it. I used to be able to do it for the first bit, and I had done it. My mum did bits because you had to take that and move bits round and take it round.
You
and then you have
do
to do more bits and then do it round. But we never completed it because it does make makes like an upside down cradle, an upside down basket.
Oh right.
Yeah.
No, I don't think any of my friends have that far. Right, it's actually called French skipping. So
this is Chinese jump rope.
Yeah, ignore that. Right, it's also known as elastics. It's a playground game where children take turns to jump over elastic stretched between two other children's legs. Basically, you start off at ankles and then it's said raise it, which I believe it's ankles, knees, then hips.
Thighs.
And you, and then you chant rhymes, including the one you said about, actually.
Yeah.
And this one says about it, it's played with a long continuous loop of elastic stretched around the legs of two enders to form a rectangle. Elastics took root in Britain in the 1960s, brought from the USA and ultimately originating from China and Japan. So there you go. But yeah, so it's actually either called elastics or French skipping. I knew it as French skipping.
Or this one calls it Chinese jump rope.
Then you've got double Dutch, which is
Double Dutch is
two skipping ropes.
Skipping ropes going.
Yeah, which I hated because I never managed to do that at all. I'm remarkably clumsy. But no.
Right.
But you still get points for having a go at that because, you know.
Yeah. Right. Fester, now you stroke your beard just like I do. I like it. Yeah, so it's a comforting thing. It's to make at least you think as well when you're doing it.
I mean, in
I
all
need to shave the
honesty,
side down actually.
in
It's
honesty,
getting very long down the side.
I always think he does it partially because if there's any food trapped in there, when you get a hamster on you, they'll find it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have seen them burrowing into his beard, so I know darn well sometimes crumbs get in there. So it just clears it up.
Laura Bollum again. Apologies, I send so many separate messages.
Don't you dare apologise. We love it.
I type things as I'm watching because I run the risk of forgetting some of my thoughts if I wait too long. My memory's shocking. It's not just yours. You do yours separately. Journey into the realm. She'll start at the top and then she'll put gaps and do it as she goes along because it's as she's chatting. Same sort of thing as you do because you'll do it as you're chatting.
I mean, it's also like, I mean, Pink Poodle and of course our lovely Lollyween, bless her. You all sort of like tend to be on the chattier side, and we love that because, as I say, we're very much trapped in. Although Darren can get out, he can't leave me for long.
No.
But you guys have helped so much with me learning how to talk to people again and things like that. So no, by all means chat how you would because it actually makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
It's also quite nice that we get so many like-minded people, to be honest. But talking of Lollyween, I am wearing my ears I got for my birthday from her.
Yeah. And
you may remember she got me 2 little hamsters as well. And of course my little weirdo. We got a lovely box through with a lovely letter from her because she's been quite quiet lately.
Yeah.
And we did video it, and then we decided not to show it because it was a private thing.
Yeah.
But she did send us these little 3 cuties. I can't see whether I'm that way. Hang on. I'm going the wrong way. Hang on, if Darren does it. So she sent me another 3 hamsters from my collection, and yes, I will be keeping them because they're gorgeous. And she got me a plush one. And so she said, I mean, this hamster is so soft, but it's actually quite difficult to get a plushy hamster. They don't come up very often. They are usually guinea pigs, and you know, this is just absolutely gorgeous. But he's definitely a hamster. Got a little poopy tail thing and everything, but he's so cute. Am I showing him properly?
Yeah.
Yay.
Sort of. Yeah, that's it.
Flying. But yeah, my mother-in-law almost absconded with him. And she also sent me some crafty labels. Am I going the right way?
Sort of, yeah. There's it, yeah.
Okay, there's those. And whoopsie. And these really cool chalkboard tag things.
Yeah.
They're excellent. And what did I forget to order when I ordered online? I forgot to order the chalk pens.
Yeah.
So, oh dear, I'm going to have to order that from somewhere.
Well, we're on this bit here. Got one of our viewers, Lady Law. She got the Halloween boxes, as we did from Coven, countdown ones. But she also got it from the occult box as well.
Which one is it? Lady Law.
Lady Law 9.
Right.
And she's doing them daily. So go over there, have a look.
I'm going to. I'm doing it now.
Yeah, she's a lovely little American lady. And yeah.
Let's have a look.
Right. No.
Right. So that just goes to our giveaway.
Giveaway.
But before that, I just wanted to say
Yep.
thank you so much, Lollyween. You're so sweet of thinking of us, and they're absolutely gorgeous. Right, so on to the giveaway.
Yeah.
You gonna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On to the giveaway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've got a massive YouTube giveaway.
Yeah.
Which is we are. Can't remember. Where's a bit of paper?
Well, I'll tell you first of all.
There we go.
The question this week
Yeah.
for 5 points from Debbie
Yeah.
is: if you were a witch, what would you call yourself and why? And what would be your familiar? There you go. You get 5 points for that.
Alright, as YouTube channels coming up to 500, we're doing the giveaway on there. Giveaway's running up until the 5th of November. If we've got 500 subscribers on there by the 5th of November, then it'll be a big box. If not, it'll be a littler box of stuff. To enter, all you have to do is go onto our YouTube channel and comment on videos. Doesn't matter what video, any videos. We've got over 400 of them now, so you should be able to find one or two. Each comment gets you an entry into the giveaway. We also have bonus ones as well, like we just gave you the bit on there for the 5 points one. We also have like for on today's one on Cwtch Corner, you got the 2 videos, so we can use both video. Get one for each video on that. Plus, you also get extra points for attempting Sherlock, attempting the riddles, attempting doing caption. It's the Riddler and the Sherlock one don't have to be right to get the points. And yeah, and as you'll see on other ones on Cwtch Corner that we've had other ones which you can still do, which will give you 5 points each on them as well. You also get points for asking questions,
Interaction.
yeah. So if you send us any video bits or pictures onto Instagram for us to use for it, we'll also use them as also do them as well. So yeah.
But I mean, from our perspective, it is worth subscribing with us, for the simple reason is we like to do giveaways for you guys, because you know it's just our way of thanking you for watching us and being part of the Ham fam.
Yeah. So
All that leaves us to say
yeah.
is be different,
Yeah.
and may the odds be ever in your favour.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.